So I'm sitting in my car. I'm about ready to unload all of the stuff, the lights, the snacks, the water, all of the goodies that I brought for Head Over Heels because I just finished my first class of the new year and it was sold out. It was so beautiful and special and magical. And I don't want to cry, but I already feel it's happening. It's coming. I had to take a second, but some of you might not know. Some of you might not know that I have been teaching this class I call Head Over Heels for a year now, literally a year to this month. In 2019, I started this class with my friend Lex Marie, who was the photographer, and I wanted to incorporate the classes and workshops that we've done before about confidence boosting, about creating a safe space, about creating a respectful space, and teaching a type of dance that is very popular right now, which is dancing in heels, and just kind of make sure that I hold it at a very high standard, what I would teach any of my other classes. But because this one is once a month, there is more like build up and fanfare to it. What differentiates Head Over Heels over other heels classes is that it is so many things rolled up into one. It's a themed heels dance class where you come and learn technique, you come and learn choreography, and then you have your own photo shoot. So I make sure that everyone feels welcome. I make sure that people introduce themselves, tell their name, what they're looking for in the class, or why they're even there. It's really important for me to take the time to get to know who I'm sharing space with and to just acknowledge everyone in the space. That being said, we then warm up in the space using a ton of technique warm-ups that I've used for ballet to modern to contemporary. You have to make sure to warm up your feet, your ankles, your calves, your thighs, your body. And then we put on our heels. We do a simple combination, do some things across the floor so we can get used to being in our body in heels, and then we learn choreography. I teach choreography a little bit differently. I want people to feel comfortable in their bodies about doing the movement. So I don't set counts. Sometimes I set movement to cue words, but even that to me is not as important because I would rather have you feel confident and comfortable in your body getting through the movement than to hit this on 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. That to me is not something that I want to teach and not something that I want to see. I want to see you really feel the moment and feel the music. And you can tell when you see my dancers taking my class because even in the video clip that I'm going to show, everyone looks very different. Their body size looks different. What they're wearing looks different, but you can tell that they're all in the same class. Everyone might not be doing the choreography exactly the same, but they're doing the choreography. And that to me is so beautiful. And I'm getting choked up. The class tonight was sold out, like I said earlier. And about half of the class, they have never taken a heels dance class before. So it was very important to me because they trusted me with, their first time and their first experience. And that is very, very, very special. And each and all of them came up to me after class asking about the next class and being so appreciative about how I teach and what I offer and bring. And that to me is so much motivation to keep going. It's been so hard for a year. I've had issues with space. I've moved in and out of 2 different studios. I have had 2 people in my first class last year. I've had no people in classes some months. I've had very small classes, and now here I am having to tell people, you can't take pictures, but you can come and dance, or maybe next time. And that to me is just so beautiful and powerful. And to see the images, again, that I'll show with you, and to see the dancing, it's so humbling and fulfilling to see my work spreading change, I'm hoping. There's a really big issue in dance right now. Well, it's always been in dance about inclusivity. And it's not just about size. I was even hesitant to say it, but size is a big thing. It's a big factor. There aren't big dancers. And in case you can't tell, I'm big. I'm tall and wide and thick, and I always have been. It's always been my downfall. And I started in ballet when I was 3 years old, and I fought through it about 15 years in classical ballet, then would learn music videos and teach my friends and come up with dances to do at the school dances and other performances, talent shows or whatever. And then back when I would go into college, it was my major in college. After graduating, I went on to dance with dance companies and just all different styles of dance, contemporary, jazz, modern. But the one issue was always that I was always one of the biggest dancers. And I could do a lot of the stuff, a lot of the moves, but I would always get eyes. I would always get hemming and hawing. I would get whispers. I would be made fun of a lot. And I stuck with it. And now that I'm getting back into teaching again, it's been a year since I've been teaching, not just heels, but teaching in general. And I'm making sure that people, one, know about quality of technique and learning about technique in all different styles. It's not just, you don't have to be a perfect prima ballerina, but it's all styles of dance that you should be working and being very particular about who you take class with and what you're learning. And then also to make a space that is welcoming and safe for people, because a lot of the people that I dance with now are returning dancers, or they're older, or they feel intimidated by going to other classes with teachers that are this big. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's hard. It's intimidating to go into classes with teachers like that, and all the other students are like that, and for you to be the big elephant in the room, literally. People used to make elephant sounds for me. So that is why I'm doing this. And I talked with Lex, the photographer, tonight, and she was like, dude, you stuck with it. It's been a year, and finally, hard work, it's like paying off, and people are seeing and realizing that you bring this quality to dance classes, and specifically to Head Over Heels, that other people just don't have or don't experience in the same kind of way. So I feel like I'm beginning the year really well. And I just wanted to thank everyone that has stuck through, everyone who has listened to me crying, who's put up with my blood, sweat, and tears, and who's been like a ride or die since the beginning, because I've wanted to give up so many times, to be honest. It's hard. It's hard to feel like people are saying, not even feel like they're saying, they are saying negative and talking negatively about me, about my classes. What even kind of style of dance does she do? Does she teach? And the answer to that is all of them. I teach all of them. I teach whatever I want, because I have been dancing my whole life, non-consecutively, so not all together, but adding them all up, 27 years worth of dancing. And I will teach whatever I feel inspired to teach. I'm very, very adequate at explaining what to look for and how to pull out the performer and the confidence in each person. And I think that that's something that is very difficult for anyone to do, but I mean, especially as a teacher. So if you're watching this now and you're just like, oh, this girl, whatever, blah, 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 you should check out some of my classes before you totally make a decision on me. I would love to have you there in the space. I would love for you to check it out. You don't have to be female or female identifying. I welcome everybody. So my inclusivity means all abilities, all genders, all ages, all ethnicities, all levels. If you want to dance, I want to dance with you. So I hope to see you in my next Head Over Heels class, which is going to be Sunday, March 22nd, 1 month from today. So mark your calendars and make sure you prepay, because that's the only way you can reserve your spot. Again, we're going for sold out classes every month. That's only about 10-ish people. You never know. Things might change. Ow!